Hello, today I'm gonna talk about Vim or Nvim, and currently I'm using Nvim, and I'm gonna talk about how I use my Nvim and what I use Nvim for. And actually, I think Vim is very powerful. It's a very powerful editor, and because I'm now a student working on geophysics and geodesy and earthquake modeling, something like that. So I think I really benefit a lot from using Nvim. And okay, so I'm going to show how I use Nvim for my daily research. Firstly, maybe I could just show you how to run some scripts within Nvim. Let me just create a new shell file like test.shell. And as a student working on geophysics, I think there is a very well-known figure plotting software which is named GMT. And GMT is actually very powerful and very popular in our field. And if you want to write some GMT script, I think you can define a lot of GMT snippets which could help you write GMT scripts fastly and effectively. Yeah, for example, if you really want to change some GMT default settings, you could just type GMT set like such and click enter, and then everything had already been triggered and everything is expanded, right? And of course, this is only part of the GMT default settings. And if you wanna, you can totally define your own snippets. And if you wanna just change some parameters, and you can easily change it, as you please, right? And I'm still working on my own GMT snippets. So here, I'm gonna only show a very simple examples that I use Nvim to plot figures, based on GMT. And for example, if we want to plot a very simple, global topography, let's see GMT template, and here we just need to expand it, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, if you want to change the title here, and maybe we just need to change it as test or whatever. Yeah. So I think running the scripts within Nvim is also very easy. And for me, I just configure it as pressing leader RR. Then the script is run, and here we just get the figure that we plot based on this script. So which is very powerful. And yeah, and of course you can write many different kind of languages like Python, like C, but I think you have to rely on other services like LSP and DAP. LSP is language server protocol, which is used for diagnostics. Well, DAP is debug adapter protocol, which is used for debugging. Yeah, but it's totally doable within Nvim, but it's kind of sophisticated. You have to configure a lot of configurations in Nvim. Let's see, if you want to run Python script within Nvim, you have under a specific virtual environment, you have to do the corresponding configuration within Nvim. Yeah, but it's totally doable. Yeah, another thing that I use Nvim is writing some markdown files. Let me just show you some the markdown files that I wrote. Because in the past I just need to write some markdown as notes, but now I think maybe you can turn to write your notes with LaTeX. But if you really want to make some quick notes, I think markdown is a better choice. Yeah, here is some of my notes, and for example this one, yeah. And of course, this file is not pure markdown because I've already added some other elements like LaTeX formula here, and also some HTML elements. And actually we can preview this markdown file. For me, I just need to press leader R, and then the file would be previewed in browser. Let me just shift this Tmax. This is terminal. Yeah, so you can easily preview it real time while you are editing this file. Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, and another thing is let me just quit from this markdown. There's the shift A to B, and yes. Another thing is I'm just using Nvim to write LaTeX. For example, I just finished my PhD thesis using Nvim. Let me just go to my PhD thesis. It's G thesis, and it's PhD thesis, and yeah, here we are. Yeah. And so I think you can do everything within Nvim, as well as you can imagine, right? And so here I do not, of course you can compare these fields. Here is my, my PhD thesis here, the chapter, sorry, my PhD thesis here, and here are the chapters, and also the figures here, and another thing that I think using Nvim is very convenient is like, let's just, for example, touch another file. For example, I need to create from this, for example, text space here. Let me just create another new text field named test.text. And I think a very nice thing is that you can also use a lot of snippets to write it. For example, if here is a text field, and if I just type template, so there are a lot of snippets, and then you just need to press the enter, then everything would be expanded. So there is a title, here is title, and let's see test, and his author name, and also other settings we just neglected. And for example, the body text is this is my very first test or whatever. Yeah, so we just need to save this, and then we just need to compile it. So it's gonna take, sometimes you will come across some difficulty, but I think it's pretty normal thing, and we just need to compare it again. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, so I think it's very powerful, or it's very convenient for you to make some notes using LaTeX. And of course, there are a lot of snippets that you can use, like you can define your own snippets, like you wanna put some figures with LaTeX, and it can be easily expanded and something like that. So it's very powerful. So I really rely on Nvim so much during my work. Yeah. And I really want to make this video short. So the last thing that I want to show, that is not so useful maybe, but I think it's very cool to improve my work experience. Let's see, if I just I could easily change the color scheme of my Nvim. Like you can pick everyone you want, right? You can pick everyone you want, and so I think that's pretty cool because, for example, Aeroforest, I like it very much. Yeah, and imagine that one day you just get to your office and you just sitting in front of your computer and start working, and you really want your this work day, as enjoy, right? So I think such thing really improve my, working experience as an enjoy. So yeah, so I really enjoy this so much. Maybe I just need to newspaper, more get used to this color scheme. Yeah, so today I'm not going to talk about the details, the basics of Nvim, like copy, cut, paste, and jumping, and other basic concepts like fields, buffers, tabs, windows, something like that. And here are the plugins that I used for my Nvim, and which really helped me a lot. And if you are interested in the Nvim plugins, maybe in the future I'm gonna give another videos to talk about them. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.